Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I figure why not, with the get it right fence the fifth episode of the Equalizer, Series 1, fifth episode of the Equalizer, why not? So, I like the most fun, you get the opening and then the start of the story. So this one started good one, you've got a peace woman, you've got ideas she's still sort of a worker, she's got this other guy as a peace officer, you're assuming she's his partner. Long and behold, the cop is a bent cop. He's chucked, get the right word right. He's chucked and he's got a lot of mates who are all bobbies and they're all chucked as anything. And this was quite interesting one because it just show all of what's going to happen before it happened, which had a lot of souls in that era. And then you get that date music. And it does, got our mate Edward Woodward as the Equalizer. So, like I say, this peace woman, she's got a partner, and he really is a stomach character, this guy. He's been in a few things and all, this actor. But the character I'm on about, not the actor, the character, he really is a stomach character because there's this old lady, you got the idea she's passed away with old age or whatever. And he takes her stuff, like jewellery and money, and he auctions it for money. That's not bad enough. He's sleeping with prostitutes. He's the sort he does drug deals. He's the sort of character you love to hate. And so the woman can't turn him in, oh please stick to death for her and all that. So who do you call? Edward Woodward it does. That's the Equalizer. So she goes to the Equalizer to help her. So the Equalizer does, and so on. He tells her to die and play it safe. She tries to task him up, and so on. Doesn't work. And there's a bit where he makes you hate the character because in the episode he takes her, you think he's going to do it in, keep her mouth shut, but he doesn't. He gets it done. And he shoots an homeless person. But it does because it's made for TV. You're not going to see blood. I don't keep saying that. You're not going to see blood and any of that. But like I say, you get the impact. He shoots his homeless guy. And I mean, it really makes you love to hate him. So she's feeling sorry for herself. The Equalizer told her to stop feeling sorry for her health. Stop being sorry for herself, I should say. Really fucking my words up today. But yeah, he told her to stop feeling sorry for herself. And what he does is he buys the team what the low life coppers, auctioned, and basically he's playing mind games with him. Basically he's fucking with him. But then halfway through it, he meets this guy, he deals with drugs, he gives him this sort of dart, what you shoot people, it's supposed to make you hallucinate. Now this is the only bit I will have an issue with, but I'll get to that in a minute. So the guy, like I say, he's dealing with prostitution, he's taking money off bar people, real nasty copper, and the Equalizer's fucking with him, he's messing with him. There's a bit in it where Richard did what they did in Rambo 3. I remember Rambo 3 where Sylvester Stallone says that line, I am your worst nightmare. I just wish Edward Woodward would do a scene like that as the Equalizer, because there's a bit in it where he says, who are you? What's your problem? I'm just expecting Edward Woodward to do Rambo 3 and say that line, I am your worst nightmare, before we ever had Rambo 3. But, like I say, he shoots the dart on his leg. Now, this is the bit I was going to say. I thought it would have been better to see him hallucinating, he's seeing snakes, he's seeing spiders, he's seeing all these cheapy things. You want to see an episode that did that better? Feed the Final Battle did that better. The scene with the character Gold Dooley. I think it was in episode 2 of the Final Battle where they're trying to mess with her mind and they're making her hallucinate and all that. I felt this would have done it in this, but all he does is robbing about, he's seeing double fishing, like if you were drunk. Then, but I do love the bit where the Equalizer gets in and he's bashing him on the wall, doesn't do him in or anything, but he's bashing him saying, it's people like you what makes me hate you. And then it's the day after, he's back to the office head, and she has a riot, she gets the coppers onto him, the coppers get shot again, and I'm repeating myself, you don't see any blood. The bad cop tries to shoot the Equalizer. The Equalizer slowly puts his gun like that and then shoots him, gets a lucky hit and kills the bad guy. And then basically she's grateful to the Equalizer. She's thanking him, she's praising him. The Equalizer's just done his job. And then, but I do like one bit, he's sat in the house and he does have a turf end in this one. All the way through it, he does have a turf end. Which I kind of like that, little tuts. But I do like the bit, he's sat in the house and you got a tape recorder, someone's asking him for help, and then he goes off to answer the tape recorder. You get that, which is always typical of the Equalizer. It ends with that beautiful store. End of that episode. But what can I say about this one? I didn't really mind it. I mean, I thought it was interesting. It's cookie chops, bent cops, doing sly things. I do like the bit where the Equalizer gets at the chain and he breaks into the scumbag's house and he puts it in his thing like that, and you can see the necklace hanging down. I like them little tucks is what the Equalizer does, where he just totally and utterly fucks with his brain. And I know I'm going to repeat myself. I know I am, but I just wish that it the scene where he shoots him in the leg. So he hits him in the leg like that, on that side of his leg. And the wrist of the scene where you see him hallucinating and he's wobbling all over the place. Because all you get is a typical, you see it every time when someone is pissed or they get too many balls to the head, where you see double, you see fear of everything wobbling about. We've seen it done in loads of films. Seen it done a lot of other pole times. I just wish there's a bit where you see him hallucinating and you see dogs trying to attack him. He sees big spiders going after him. He sees big snakes. Because the die says that if you shoot this in his leg, it will make him hallucinate. It will make him see snakes. It will make him do anything. And I just wish it is a bit like that where, I don't know. You see him hallucinating, in ultimate mind fuck. But you don't, he just looks pissed as a fart. Edward Wood manages to batter him a bit. He doesn't batter him, but he roughs him up a bit. He says, "It's people like you that makes me ashamed. And it repeats that line more times than soft Mick. And then it's the day after, he's off his head. He looks like he's had too many of that. And like I say, you've got coppers. You can't do anything unless you've got evidence. Out of looks, he does have evidence, but like I say, the copper's a scumbag. He's getting money off drug dealers. He's stealing off the people that have died. He's a character you love to hate. So when he gets shot, all I can say is he gets his well preserves. He definitely gets his well preserves. But this one, yeah, I thought it was an interesting one, like most of the episodes of the Equalizer. It's an interesting story, like most of them are. So it's the first series, like I said, of the fifth of the Equalizer. Again, I'm not going to give it points. It's a TV show, it's TV budget. But for what they could do, you know what I mean? I didn't expect them to shoot an old guy who's an homeless guy. I didn't expect that. So that only makes the character even one extra knots. Don't want me to damn get a lot of tongue ties with my words. Maybe I'm getting senile. But yeah, I didn't expect to see him shoot an homeless person. Again, like I said, and I'm going to repeat myself, you don't see any practical blood because it's TV viewing, but you don't need to see all that. And that's what I like about the Equalizer. I think Edward Woodward still plays a good role in it. So that's episode 5, series 1 of the Equalizer. Into them, be smart, be safe. See you later.